Hello, welcome to Nana Talk, where voices unite and the community rise. This is a space where we empower people one talk at a time. Welcome. I'm happy to have my guest here today, Mr. Andrew McKinley.
Hi, Mr. Jones.
How you
Thanks for having me on Nana Talk.
How you doing, brother?
I am doing great. How are you?
Man, I'm so delighted to have you on this podcast. Man.
My honor. It's my privilege.
I want to apologize for having you wait on me to come. I'm usually prompt and on time. The traffic is murder coming down here today, but
no worries. We were having fun with Emily and the gang.
Okay.
Yeah.
So let's start off by you introducing yourself and telling the audience a little bit about yourself.
Sure. So my name is Andrew McKinley, and I'm the owner and CEO of Golden Krust Caribbean Restaurant in Palmetto Bay, and also the owner and CEO of a company called Alkalivity, which is responsible for supporting an alkaline lifestyle. So, helping to fight diseases and things like that through herbal treatments, natural therapies, etc.
Okay. Yeah. So you originally from where?
Jamaica.
Yes.
Originally from Jamaica, Kingston, Jamaica, specifically. And my roots is on the west side of the country, so I don't get beat up that I forgot my roots. On the west side of the country, a place called St. Elizabeth, Pop Hill, St. Elizabeth.
Because you know that'll happen, right? Somebody going to checkmate you. Bro, you forgot where you come from?
Exactly. I have to. Where the red dirt is in Jamaica.
Respect, right?
Respect. Bless up.
So you've been here in Miami for how long now?
In Miami, geez, I want to say probably like 20 years. 20 years.
20 years. So when you got here, did you move directly down south or?
Well, my wife and I, we studied in North Carolina first. And then when we first came to the US, and then we moved to Miami, and specifically not Miami, I should say, Fort Lauderdale.
Okay.
Jamaicans do that a lot.
Okay,
when you're going to the States and you're going to Florida, I go into Miami.
Right.
But we went specifically to Fort Lauderdale.
Okay.
And then we lived in Fort Lauderdale for a while, and I commuted back then. I was working in Brickell, downtown. No way to live driving like that. But anyway, I did it for a couple of years, and then we eventually moved here to Miami, South Miami, for two reasons. One is to get some business opportunities started, and then a big reason as well is for the Golden Krust franchise in Palmetto Bay. Yeah.
So the Golden Krust franchise, how long has it been around?
Over 50 years. I mean, the legacy, because they started in Jamaica as a small bakery, the Hawthorne family. Shout out to the Hawthorne family. And they built a humble business in Jamaica, baking breads. And the way the legacy behind that family is almost they really fed the community with their business. And then later on, the Hawthorne family came to the United States, to New York, and they stuck together as a family. And Lowell Hawthorne, God rest his soul, late and great Lowell Hawthorne, he spearheaded the whole Golden Krust movement in New York. And that just really unfolded opportunities, not just for his family, but for
other people, right?
Yes. Not just people in the franchise system, but suppliers, employees, job creation. It's just really amazing to see.
So I think a lot of people don't understand about the impact when you support a business, how many other people eating off of that. They have no idea. You know what I mean? If you're not in business or don't have no business sense, you don't think about that.
Yep.
But it's down from the bread, the meat, the vegetables. I mean, picking
Paper
it up,
goods.
dropping it off, paper, everything.
Cleaning supplies, name it. There's so many industries that feed off us.
Off of that one.
Off of that one business. And even to the point about a lot of people think, all right, because we belong to a franchise system, that we have everything covered. Right. And we are still really a small business. We're in Palmetto Bay. It's a very small store. It stays busy and the doors keep opening, thank God.
Okay.
And we're grateful for that. But we are supported by a brand, which we're proud of, but we're still a small business.
Right.
Everything we're responsible for in that business, scheduling, making sure we have the right people, the food quality, safety, every single thing we have to be responsible for, right? The money that's invested in that is us, right?
Money, right?
And we do have to pay, fees to the franchise, etc. So it's no cakewalk, right? And I want to drive home that point because a lot of people say, "Oh, you're Golden Krust, you're all right," and it's not. We face the same headwinds like everybody else,
Right.
And in fact, sometimes it's extra tough on us because we get criticized if there's another location that they had a bad experience.
Right.
Exactly.
They take it out on
then they take it out on us, right?
So let me ask you, what got you interested in dealing with patties? I mean, what sparked your interest in that?
Yeah, so it's a great question. So when I was in Jamaica as a young man growing up, my dad had a restaurant as well. And I would always find myself in the kitchen and just being involved in food. I will spend hours on YouTube and on Instagram trying to find how to make the best steak or the best whatever, right? And I met the Hawthorne family through a very good friend of mine, and we tried the food, we tried the patties, and I was like, this is very good. Coming from Jamaica, and I mean, you're coming because Golden Krust is not in Jamaica. There are no Golden Krust locations in Jamaica. It's a US based brand.
Right.
So coming here and tasting the patty, I was like, wow, this is fantastic. This is just like home. No different. It is fantastic. And from there, we started supporting their business as well. We used to visit, we'd go sit, eat, dine with them, purchase breads, buns. Easter time, we'd buy buns. I love bun and cheese. For those of you who don't know what bun and cheese is, it's a sweet bread with some raisins. Kind of has like a stout flavor, and then the cheese, it's not like a typical, it's like a thick cheese spread, but it's so good. It's so good. The calories are there, but it's so darn good. But yeah, tasting all of that food, and we said, the opportunity came up to invest in the brand. And prior to that, I was actually helping my friend, consulting with him on a few things. Back then, third party was just on the rise. I was in the technology business. My wife and I encouraged him to go on DoorDash, Uber, and we kind of spearheaded some things with him. And then he was like, you should do this. You could totally do this. And I was like, restaurant, I love it. I love cooking, but I don't know if I want to be selling it. And then the opportunity came up, and I dove right in, and here we are.
So the restaurant business is a tough business again. People don't understand. Like, it's one of the hardest markets to get in. So you went from doing IT stuff to being in a restaurant.
That's it. I worked for the largest online travel company in the world, Expedia Group. Shout out to Expedia Group, ExpediaHotels.com, Travelocity, Orbitz, that whole cluster. And I was sitting behind a computer and a laptop, and I was traveling from destination.
Was that you though? I mean, sitting behind a computer.
Yeah. Well, did you
enjoy that?
The traveling piece I enjoyed, not so much the computer part. I love analytics and I love that part of the business, but I did enjoy that part of the job where I'd travel and get to learn new places, learn cultures. Like when I started traveling to like even the ABC Islands and, seeing all the different stuff there. And then we took, trips to Italy and things like that. And you get to really open your eyes and understand about culture, and you don't just read one page, you get to dive into the book. Yeah.
A lot. So add on Golden Krust.
Yes.
You all don't just do patties. What are things y'all do?
No, definitely not patties. Just patties. Yeah, we do a wide spread of food. Like people come in the restaurant and they're like, I don't even know what to get. We do everything from the staples like oxtail, curry goat, curry chicken, brown stew chicken, jerk pork, cow foot, manish water, which is a goat soup. We do sweet chili chicken. We do like Caribbean style fried
chicken.
Sweet chili chicken. It's crunchy, has a spicy sweet flavor. That with our creamy jerk chicken pasta. Oh my goodness. And a little bit of the oxtail. Wow. Fantastic. Fantastic. And we do breakfast items as well. Traditional breakfast items. Ackee and saltfish. Ackee is like it's a plant-based food. But it's fatty like avocado. People say scrambled eggs, but it may look like that, but the taste is it's like a creamy. It's more a fatty kind of like an avocado type texture to it. And we cook that with codfish, bacalao, people some call it saltfish, and we serve that with like fried dumplings, boiled food like boiled ground provision like yam, bananas, things like that. That's a typical Jamaican breakfast.
So is it a traditional family ran business?
Yes.
How many employees you have?
Yes, we have like 15.
15?
Yeah, 15 employees.
That's not so small, bro.
Yeah, and the thing is, we have to keep, and we have different shifts, right? So we have the early shift, late shift, and then we have to basically make sure that back of the house is run like immaculately. We have an open concept, so you can stare deep into our restaurant. We have nothing to hide. It's immaculate. I tell my team every single day, remember, we're on stage. Every time that door opens, even when the door is not open, there are people that have sat in the parking lot and call me and say, hey, Andrew, I see that it just brought out a tray of patties. Can I get some of those, right? And it dawns on you, or it's a reminder that people are watching you from outside, not even in the store. You can see all the way to our kitchen. And even if you couldn't see it, Golden Krust as a brand, we pride ourselves. I don't know if it's just like a Caribbean thing, but like we grew up like the kitchen has to be immaculate. Nothing on the floor. The sink has to be clean. Anything you're dealing with food, it has to be treated at the highest level of cleanliness.
So let me ask you, the location that y'all occupy now, was it a restaurant before y'all?
It was.
So the transition wasn't all that bad. Like you had to build it out, of course, to your specification. Yeah. But it was a little easier because it was already...
Yeah, and it's a great question because our restaurant is actually a second generation Golden Krust restaurant because there was a Golden Krust restaurant there before. But to your point, we did have to reconfigure it completely and give it a brand new. If you come to our restaurant, you'll see it's not the typical decor of the typical Golden Krust, right? More modern, more artsy. We have this big banana leaf painting on the wall that's kind of art deco. Fletcher, he's an artist. He paints sometimes down in Wynwood. He's done a lot of work. Local black artist that I met him, we struck up a conversation, and I was deciding what to do with the wall, and I said, brother, come do it. Do you think? And he just wowed us. And during that time while he was painting, we have so many stories to share about that. Again, we were talking about divine intervention earlier. That was definitely divine intervention. So many people come to the restaurant and they love that mural. Right. But just the face of the place, and then even in the back, we had to ramp up the equipment because the capacity that we were trying to create, more offerings, bigger steam table, things like that.
So if I get the address correct, I think you in District 8, Commissioner Danielle
Cohen-Higgins, yes, and shout out to the commissioner as well. She's been supportive of our business, and not because there are any biases. There is really and truly that she came. She enjoyed it. She loved the work that we're doing. She knows that we work very hard. Yes, we're dressed up today, but on a normal day, we're sweaty. We're in our work uniform. There's curry chicken gravy all over me, and we get down and handle business, But yeah, she's been supportive supportive of us. So it's in that district, and the address is 9534 Southwest 160th Street, and that's 160th is the same as Colonial Drive.
Okay, Colonial Drive.
So it's on the corner of Colonial Drive and US 1.
Okay, so brother, you ain't here to switch places with me, right? Because that was my job to say, hey, brother, what's the address? Shout out the address. You ain't here to take over nothing, is you? Because I definitely can't work in a restaurant. Now, you probably can do me, but I can't do you.
No, but you know, I've learned my lesson in the past.
Just stay in your lane.
But I also learned my lesson that, like, once the mic is on and you get that glimmer, just show
you got to put it out there, right? So you don't forget, right?
If anything else malfunctions, at least you know where I am.
So you mentioned that the commissioner has been to your place.
Yes.
I know she frequents small businesses a lot.
Yes.
I know she's a strong supporter of small business because she's a small business owner.
Yes.
And in fact, she funded our Accelerate South Dade office in her district. So I'm well aware of how she cares about supporting small businesses.
Definitely. And she was there for a grand opening as well.
Good.
She made the time, and I know, we both know how busy she is.
Yeah.
And she made the time to see us.
So what kind of walk-up traffic you get? Do everybody come there drive, or do you have any?
Well, no, it's a mixed bag, right? Because we have, fortunate enough for us, and I think that's the beauty of our location is that on the side of US 1, we have all these businesses, right? Car dealerships, etc.
Right.
It's littered with car dealerships, right? And then on the other side, the opposite side, we have a whole neighborhood deeply nestled in there.
Right.
So we have the neighborhood supporting us. There's an anchor store where we are, Publix. So we get that traffic from the community, people walking, bicycle, then the transient travelers, right, passing through, car, etc. And then the folks from the dealership, they constantly support us, and not just even visiting, but online, DoorDash, Uber, Easy Cater. Amazon is a big supporter of us. Big up to Amazon. Thank you for all your support. They order large quantities of food for their staff and their team whenever they're having, their staff appreciation or some special event, MLK, whatever they're doing, they include us, and they order pans and pans of food from us. So
how about you shout your address out again?
Yeah.
So we can get it out there again before we get to the end and do it one more time. How about that?
Absolutely. Thank you. The address for Golden Krust Caribbean Restaurant in Palmetto Bay is 9534 Southwest 160th Street. It's on the corner of US 1 and 160th Street, which is Colonial Drive, and it's in the plaza with the Publix. We're like 2 stores down from the Publix, and our Instagram handle
I was just going to say that.
Yeah. Sorry for taking a job again. I don't need to collect any pay. I'll do this one for a freebie. The Instagram is at the Golden Krust Miami. Make sure you put THE in front of that. So it's at the Golden Krust with a K, Miami. Check us out.
Phone number?
Yeah.
Is it a phone number they can call?
Yeah. And I'm horrible at that. It's let me check. I'll give you the right phone number right now, because I get all my stuff through. All right. So it's 786-592-2595. Again, 786-592-2595.
So let me ask you, what has been your family experience in the South since y'all been? How many years you said y'all been down south now?
We're almost there 3 years now.
Okay, 3 years. Yeah. So what has been your experience since you've been?
I love that question, because Michelle and I always talk about that. When we moved there, and even before we moved there fully, getting the restaurant ready and get that whole process, the construction, everything, being in that plaza was in and of itself a family experience. Everybody that walked by that restaurant was rooting for us. It's a generalization to say everybody, right? But an oversimplification. But so many people were rooting for us to own those doors. And I felt the love and support. And I didn't even put a screw or a nail in the restaurant, but they saw the signs and they were right behind us. And when we opened that door, I always tell people, outside of church, that is the next gathering for our community in that space. People, church people, everybody, they run into each other there in our lobby. The conversations that you hear, how are your kids? How is this one doing? How is grandma? This one coming from a funeral. Who passed away? It's like that barbershop vibe. And I love it. I love it. And I've not to knock any other locations. I've been to other locations. And I know there's a community difference there where it's this small town vibe. I don't know how to explain Palmetto Bay. It's just this magic there. And I love it and I'm grateful for it. I don't take it for granted because there are days where I walk in there and a customer will look on me and they say, you look tired. You need to sleep. They're so attentive to everything. Hey, you want me to help you with some of those stuff out your car? Customers.
Right.
And for me, that's, I'm a businessman. I want to make a profit. Right. But what makes that extra special is that piece of it.
They want to see you win.
They want to see me win. Yeah. And they're cheering for us. That's their spot.
You know what I liked what you said earlier when you talked about how the questions, they say, how your children and all that, like customer service.
Yeah.
When that person walked through the door, the first person they make contact with has to be the right person, man.
Has to be.
And let me tell you, it's so important that you know your clientele. And I'm not saying get in their personal business, but it's good to know if they got children.
100.
It's good to know how their parents doing.
Yep.
It's good to know if they working.
Yep.
It's good to know that so you can. They feel involved when you ask them questions.
Yeah.
And they look for to answer it from you.
Yeah.
They feel involved. Yeah. So I loved when you say that. Like that's, to me, that's one of the most key elements of a small business.
Yep.
Knowing your customer. Because let me tell you, believe it or not, everybody is not your customer.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's true. Your customers that you know your customers and you know them, they're going to support you. They're going to talk about you. You know, they're going to say good things about you. That can only generate more clientele for you, man.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So, and let me tell you, I've seen, because I've been doing this 30 years, I watch businesses. They look for the cheapest place to rent.
Yeah.
And cheap is ain't always good, man.
No.
Location is everything, man.
Yeah.
It makes no good if you're in a place and you're only paying $1,000 a month, but nobody in the neighborhood patronize what you're doing.
Exactly.
It makes no sense.
Exactly.
Right? So,
and even the aesthetics, right? Like people come in there and we don't have a large space, but it's one of those vibes that, you go to that aunt's house or you go to that family member's house, they don't have the biggest space, but everything is so cozy and it's clean and you feel at home. Yeah. After work or first thing in the morning, you want to come, you grab your Marley coffee, you grab your breakfast, and you're in there and you feel so welcome.
Hold on, man. Yeah. What kind of coffee you grabbing, brother?
Marley coffee. Yeah.
Marley coffee.
Shout out to Rowan Marley, my brother,
Okay.
Yeah. It's the only spot in Miami where you can get a freshly brewed cup of Marley coffee, and you get it in your branded cup, like some of the competitors I won't mention the name, but it's exquisite coffee.
Okay.
Some of the coffee is sourced from Ethiopia and Jamaica.
So tell me about this, how you pronounce it?
Alkalivity.
Yeah,
Alkalivity.
Tell us about this.
Yeah, so Alkalivity is another brand that we launched, another company.
Produce this? Y'all make this?
Yeah. It's my other company. Well, Michelle and I, it's our company, right? And we launched Alkalivity a couple months ago, about 3 months ago. And pretty much the premise of Alkalivity is,
I don't know if I could do this on podcast, but
go ahead.
But it's a done deal now. I broke the top.
I love it. And it's alkaline livity. So Rastafarian culture, they always promote livity, right? Life. and basically it's nourishing for your body. Every ingredient in that juice is what they call alkaline forming for your body, meaning it doesn't promote mucus buildup. In fact, it does the opposite. It alkalizes your bloodstream, which the blood is so important because it runs through all our organs. And in that juice is simple soursop. You have organic blue agave. You have key limes, not the big jumbo limes, the key limes with seeds in there, which are most nutritious, and spring water. And that's all that's in that.
So I'm going to make a prediction.
Yes.
Is that people going to see this podcast and they're going to say, you know what? I'm going there because Leroy had one.
Yeah,
I gotta try it.
There you go.
So you're gonna get some. You're gonna get some new. Leroy. You're gonna get some new customers.
Yes.
See, I saw Leroy.
There
he was live.
There you go.
So we got to try it out.
Yeah, and that's what we promote: balance, right?
Balance.
So, yeah. You can treat yourself to a patty and have a healthy juice. How about that? Yeah, these are beef patties. One is this row is spicy patties. This is mild. So if you like spicy, you jump right in there. Okay. Nice golden crust on that. And then we also have some spinach patties as well. I can position this for the camera as well. Okay. But the spinach patties, these are the cocktail spinach patties. Okay. So I don't know if we can get that in there. Yes, those are some mini cocktail patties that we use for different events. You're having an event and you want some hors d'oeuvre style patties, or if you even want to grab them for the kids, right?
I like this.
You like that? Not too sweet.
Right.
Yeah, it's refreshing and nourishing for your body. I guarantee you later, you're going to feel the difference. It's going to run through your bloodstream. You're going to feel energized. You're going to feel reinvigorated.
Don't start that, bro. I already feel like I'm 20, so don't do that to me.
Let's get you to
18. So, what's in the future for...
the future. The future is, and we ask God to guide us. We're God-fearing people, and we ask God and Jesus Christ to guide our steps. Light the lamp at our feet, and what we envision is more Golden Krust locations and a build out of the Alkalivity brand, where we're going to be providing herbal supplements as well, and fresh juices, sea moss, things like that. And we're excited for that journey because, I think we epitomize what balance is. Yes, we sell Caribbean soul food, but we also sell healthy lifestyle as well.
Okay.
I think that's important. I myself, I'm not 100% health freak, but I do like to take care of my body. I do like to watch the things that I put in my body. But yes, I want an oxtail on Sunday. I want my curry goat. I want my fried plantain and my rice and peas and my hardo bread and my Easter bun. But I also want to balance my life during the week. I want a fresh juice. I want a spinach patty, a plant-based patty every now and then. So I think that's the epitome of what we represent, is that balance. So when you come into the store, you can have all the Caribbean soul food you want, and you can have healthy options as well.
So what I like to encourage business owners is that also don't think that all the money is just in the store.
Yep.
You got to find deals. Yep. So a lot of growth is your relationships you have with your vendors. So you got to have vendors who on time, who's going to give you a good deal.
Yep.
Their product going to be fresh.
Yep.
And you also got to still surf the market. Yep. I mean, you got to look for deals because, if you can find good deals with quality products, then you can do better. Totally. And you can pass that saving off to your clients as well.
Totally. Right. And that's what we're all about. Every single vendor that we deal with, and we deal with a lot because we have a lot of different products in that store. Every vendor is vetted to the utmost degree. We don't play around with anything quality-wise or even health safety. First and foremost, it has to be safe for our customers, fresh. If it doesn't even meet those, we don't even continue the conversation.
So we down to a minute and 51 seconds.
Okay.
What I always like to ask the person I'm interviewing, is there anything you wished I would have asked you that I didn't that you want to say? Because I could have left something out.
Yeah.
If it's something you think I...
Well, you asked some pretty good questions. I think what...
I think I did all right.
Yeah, I think...
questions.
No, I think you covered...
Is there anything that you think I didn't cover besides saying your address and phone number and social media?
Are we the best in the business?
Okay.
Yes, we are.
Okay. There you go, right there. Okay. So you want to give another plug for your product and your address?
Absolutely. It's Golden Krust Caribbean Restaurant in Palmetto Bay, and also Alkalivity. That's fresh juices and herbal supplements. Come check us out at 9534 Southwest 160th Street, and that's in Palmetto Bay. It's on the corner of US 1 and Colonial Drive, which is 160th. And you can check out our Instagram handle at The Golden Krust, Krust with a K in Miami.
So, brother, I want to thank you. It was my pleasure to have you and your wonderful wife here as my guest.
Mr. Jones, I sincerely appreciate it.
I'm so very proud of you, brother.
Thank you.
Stay focused. And remember, you only get out of it what you put into it.
Thank you.
So if you put for perfection and you work hard, then you're going to reap good results from it.
Thank you.
So you only get out what you put in.
Thank you.
Okay? So
and thank you for all you have done for the community. You've left behind a heck of a legacy. I don't know how much more time, but big up Nana Talks and big up Mr. Leroy Jones. You are an icon. Thank you for all you do to support small businesses as well.
Thank you, brother.
Cheers.
All right.